Hello, and welcome to another episode of Hi, I'm Jason with Jason Pollock. I am not Jason. Join Jason and Justin back in the green room as they talk with some of their favorite folks from the entertainment industry. And now, the man you haven't been waiting for, Jason Pollock.
Hey, Melissa, that was hi. Welcome back. That was false advertising because Justin is not here. It's you, and you're so much easier on the eyes than Justin.
Oh, thank you.
So, how'd the move go? You moved to another part of the state, didn't you?
I moved out of state to Pennsylvania, out into the country, back to my roots. Not my husband's. It was a little bit of a shock for him, but he's adjusted pretty well. But the move went much smoother than the house purchasing process.
Oh, your husband's a city boy, huh?
He was born in South Philly.
And now he's living, it's like Green Acres. Now he's living.
Yes, exactly.
Do you have a horse ranch? Do you have stables?
We don't have them up yet. Come the spring, we're going to get the fencing and the stable on the property.
Oh my God, you've got so much work to do.
Yeah, but it's exciting work. I'm excited to bring the boys. We call them the boys.
That's a good attitude. That's a really good attitude because when I moved, I got my period. It was a phenomenon that I couldn't explain, but it was so friggin' stressful.
Well, I would hope for the same for me because if I didn't, that could be a whole other problem.
Oh yeah. Oh, then you're adding a whole other layer of stress.
Yeah. So
yeah, moving made my vagina hurt.
Jason.
Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. I'll send you the starter kit.
I didn't know you had one.
Well,
it just consists of Stay Free.
Well, it's something that we keep for all of our to-be women, and then when it happens, it's an initiation into a club, essentially.
Oh, of course. You bring them to the meetings. How often do you have these?
And then we have like a whole bitch fest for an hour. Can I say that? And that goes on for about 45 years.
Bitch get together. Don't say fest. Say bitch get together.
There you go.
Yeah. So how many horses do you have?
We have 2 boys. My husband
has more horses than I do.
Yeah. I think I have 2 more horses than a lot of people. A lot of work. Then my husband has a Belgian giraffe. So if you've ever seen the beer commercials,
a Belgian giraffe.
Yeah. So the I think it was like Miller probably did Budweiser. That was it. Would do those Christmas commercials with those huge horses. That's what his is.
He's got one of those, like a Clydesdale?
Clydesdale, but actually bigger.
What?
Yeah, they're huge.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah, hence why we needed so much acreage.
And they're called Belgian giraffes?
Belgian giraffes, yeah.
Like GIRAFFE?
Yeah, like a giraffe beer.
God. How have I never heard of this?
They are gigantic. His horse is probably in the top 5 biggest horses. I don't know if it's in the US or in the world because I think the biggest one is like 21, 22 hands high. His is 19.2. And just to give, this is weird talk, but to give the listeners and viewers an idea, 4 inches per hand. So if you did 19.2 times 4.
I can relate with that.
You see, you understand. You understand.
I do.
You have so much acreage.
So I believe our guest is waiting backstage to be added.
He must have been amused by this conversation.
Yes. I wouldn't be surprised if he had a horse as well. And he's a tough guy, so maybe he's got a. Never mind. I'm going to shut up. Let's bring him out, Mr. Tim Warburton. Oh, okay, maybe he's not here yet. There he is.
Oh no, that's
that's
me. Tim is in the waiting room. His devices are not fully connected. I cannot him until he's fully connected. So hopefully he can get everything going 100%. But he's got no video going on.
Oh, he just said camera not working. Bear with me.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Well, Bobby, it's been great to see you.
You got very excited and then like, oh wait, it's Bobby.
It's always nice to see Bobby, though. It really is. He's a wonderful person.
Such a nice guy.
He is.
What about you? I haven't seen you in months. What have you been up to?
Well, I had high blood pressure and I had to work on that. So I've been exercising. This is so riveting. My life is so exciting right now. I got to tell you, I'm down over 10 pounds. Over 10 pounds since December. My blood pressure is back to normal. I had a polyp removed during my first colonoscopy. It's benign, so my health is in the top shape. But
So
since I've been
basically, you went through
exercising,
like a full tune-up almost.
I did have a tune-up. Yes,
Yeah.
when I mean they were going to put me under, and I said, "You're not going to stick anything up my ass when I'm asleep, are you?"
They're like, no, and then you don't really know what happens when you go on.
They actually, I said that. They said we're actually not allowed to answer that. Like, really?
You'll get
joking,
the videotape in a week. See for yourself.
I asked them to tag me on it, and I got nothing.
Nothing. Could have shared that with the whole world, Jason.
I should have asked to keep the polyp. I mean, it's my polyp. If I want to keep it, should have been able to keep it.
Yeah,
I could
they
have
let
sold
you
it on
keep your
eBay.
appendix when they take it out, so why not that?
Did you have your appendix removed?
No, but I've heard that they let you keep it when they take it out.
Wow.
It's either the appendix or the gallbladder, but whatever the case may be, you could start your whole collection of, innards for your home.
Yeah, and if you become famous, you could sell these on eBay.
There you go.
Or auction them off somewhere.
There you go. See, these are all really good ideas. See, this is not a loss. We went from talking about your high blood pressure to coming up with $1 million idea for selling organs on eBay if we ever become famous. No, see, full circle.
Full circle.
Yeah.
What's the giant horse's name? I want to see a picture of this thing.
So I could try to pull it up on my phone. I don't know if you'll be able to see it from here, but you're gonna love his name. His name is Teddy Bear. Ted for short, because of the fact that he is just a gentle giant. Oh, actually, this is a really good picture that my husband got. I'll try to hold it up to the camera.
He looks very horse-like there. It doesn't look like a giant.
No, it's when you see him up close, it is. He's huge. My husband will always be like, "Oh, give your son a hug," and I'm like, I can't reach him.
They're called what kind of giraffes again? Belgian giraffe.
Belgian giraffe, yeah.
Belgian giraffe. All right.
Yeah, they're huge. I could be wrong, but I think they are one of the biggest horses in the world. There you go.
This is amazing. You have one of these?
Yes. And you know what? His middle name is Jeffrey, just like Jeffrey from
the giraffe.
Yeah, Jeffrey the giraffe. Yeah.
Belgian giraffe horse. Now we're gonna pull it up this way. Oh. Images.
You're very intrigued by this.
Yeah, I can't imagine a horse this big.
Well, maybe we should invite him on the show.
Okay, I would love to have your horse on the show. Are you kidding? That is a big horse.
He doesn't have the stripes going on yet, but we could put the stripes on him if it's going to help.
Don't paint your horse.
Yeah,
I'm not a horse owner. I don't know a lot about horses, but don't paint them.
Yeah. Do not do that. It's not good for them.
Definitely, unless it's I'm sure there's some kind of healthy body paint, but don't do it. Either way, don't do it.
Yes, we're not gonna do any animal.
All right, good. I'm sure the horse would want it.
We're all animal lovers here.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Our poor guest is having technical issues right now. So, Melissa, I'm going to ask you then.
Okay.
Tell me, how long have you been acting?
Oh, geez. I really started getting into it when I was about 11. And I even remember the precise moment when I said to my mom, I was like, that's what I want to do with my life. I was watching Up Close and Personal with Michelle Pfeiffer and Robert Redford. And
they like the movie too? Oh, they were in it.
Yeah, they were in it. Sorry. Yeah. And her performance was just so amazing. And I just remember going, that's what I want to do.
At 11 years old?
At 11 years old, yeah. And I'd always been around the public because when I was younger, my dad was very close with Buffalo Bob from the Howdy Doody show.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So, they would do road shows and everything. So, we would travel with them. We would go to the conventions. I would dance on the stages and stuff when I was really young. So I was always used to being out in public and sort of entertaining. But that's when I realized, this is what I really want to do is act.
And then it led you to Gift Wrapped and Gutted.
I know. Can you believe that long road? Oh my gosh, that video, I had to rewatch it.
That was hilarious.
It was so funny the first time, but
yeah, go ahead. Hold on. I don't mean to cut you off. We got to bring our guest in. And ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tim Warburton. There he is. Welcome, Tim.
Hi, Tim. Welcome.
Hello, my friend. Hi, nice to meet everybody. How's everybody doing tonight here on this fabulous hump day? Hump day.
Yeah. Hump day.
Tim, I was telling her, you're not only a massage therapist and an actor, but you're a veteran. You're a big part of Scares That Care. You're security at the conventions, right?
Well, not anymore. When we met is when I was doing the staff and security for Monster Mania way back in 2003, I think it was.
Yeah, wow.
Right. 2003. Yeah, 19 years ago.
Oh my God.
Yeah. In fact, it was I've been wanting to give this guy a shout out for a long time, and here I am 15, 20 minutes behind. Okay. Somebody we both know got me involved in doing the shows and being on staff, and just that one weekend that I was asked to come out and do it eventually ended up changing my life and making a whole bunch of things happen that I never expected. So if he tuned in, if he's listening, I asked him to check out the show tonight. Eugene Walker, my man, Eugene. Everybody knows him there at Monster Mania. Want to give you a shout out. If it wasn't for you bringing me in that first weekend at Monster Mania 3, I wouldn't be doing some of the amazing things that I'm doing right now.
So you met a lot of people there who put you in their horror films, didn't you?
Well, yeah.
Networking going on.
Yeah, I didn't intend for all that to happen. I went to help out and just ended up liking it and coming back, and then became, one of the team leaders and all of that stuff. But a couple of the vendors there, they asked me if I want to get involved in doing some indie shoots. So I ended up working with Ikuzo Studios, Jim Panetta, Jen Murphy, who had Red Door Studios at the time. They're no longer around. I did some indie stuff with them, picked up some other things along the way. I did Mercs with Jim. It was the not the heroes we could afford, or not the heroes we needed, the heroes we could afford. It was a real fun space mercenary kind of thing. It's fun to do. My first acting experiences and all that. Different things came along. I was asked to do different little non-speaking roles here and there. Then somebody pointed me in the direction of a casting agency when the Army of the Dead movie came along.
So you got to be in that Vegas zombie film.
Yeah, man.
Were you a zombie?
Got to be in the movie right next to big old Dave Bautista.
Oh, no way. Nice.
Yep. My 15, well, maybe 7 seconds of fame.
Yeah, not 15 minutes, 15 seconds.
Yeah, not even. If you
were you a zombie?
Yeah, I was a zombie. I was there,
nice.
Shot for 3 or 4 days. I had 3 days for that one. Did some other shows, some other little background things here and there. Couple scenes that got cut, did a couple little other indie films where I finally got a speaking role. So that stuff's in post-production, things going on in the background, waiting to find out what's going on with that stuff. So, slowly pushing as things are starting to open up here in the world.
You're working it, the more you do, you're not giving up.
Well, this pretty face has got to get out there.
Right. And I got to tell you, Melissa, if you ever have the chance, he's got a magic touch. I let you massage me at the tattoo convention in Philly. In public, shoulder massage. We're going to preface that right now. It didn't get weird, but this guy's got hands of mush.
I may have to take you up on that. If you believe it, I've never had a massage in my life.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
He's going to show you how to.
What you talking about, Willis?
The truth, I promise.
Well, lucky for you, and since you brought it up, Jason, I will be at the tattoo convention next weekend.
In Philadelphia at the Civic Center, right?
In Philadelphia at the Civic Center, absolutely. Yeah, I'm set up with the corner booth out there. I've got 6 or 7 therapists going to be out there to join me. We're going to be, the entire time the show's open, somebody's going to be there. We're going to be providing table massages. We're going to have an inversion table, just taking care of everybody out there. So yeah, if you're going to be at the tattoo convention next weekend, make sure you swing by, look for us, and we'll take care of all those aches and pains.
Get out my Don Knotts, if you will.
I don't know, Ange. I don't know.
I know I've seen you in person, so you're not as weird looking, but that was weird how you deformed your body just now. It was so creepy. All right,
Deprecious.
So, oh my God, you really became Gollum at the moment. That was crazy.
You said he was talented, so
he's a metamorphosis guy. I can't even get my words out. Now, I want to know, because I met you doing security at Monster Mania, I want to know some of your favorite, craziest moments of that convention, because you've got to have something.
Ooh, boy, there's a
You don't have to mention
bunch.
names if you're not comfortable, but I'd love it.
Think of the ones I'm allowed to mention.
I remember some, Andrew Bernarski, like he played Leatherface.
Yep.
And one of the Chainsaw movies. The guy's well over 6 foot, and this little dude at the bar was messing with him, trying to push him around, get him to fight. Andrew puts his hand up and just goes slap. And the guy, he slapped him in the face so hard, his feet went up, and he landed on his back. It was crazy. And then the guy comes back for more, slapped again. I was like, why is he doing this? I know.
It's a story to tell. It's like, hey, I got beat up by Leatherface, It
was crazy. Yeah, right? His hand was the size of this guy's face.
So he got the whole palm just in one shot.
Right.
Left like an imprint right there.
Well, I guess the guy also didn't do his background and realize that Andrew Bernarski was also a pro wrestler at one time. So aside from being in a movie where he killed people, he also knows how to smack the shit out of you. So you should have thought twice.
The guy was mouthing off.
He didn't mind. He came back for more.
Thank you, sir. May I have another?
Just one for the road.
All right. Are you able to tell a story without getting in trouble?
Yeah. Well, I remember the first time the Ghost Hunters were there, Dave and Steve. There was the first show they'd done by themselves.
Yes, I remember that.
And and you remember we had the suite parties. I was on the 6th floor, and Roland and them guys down on the 5th floor. Well, Steve and them came up, and they hung out with us, and they were troopers. They were there till probably 12, 1 o'clock in the morning, hanging out with us, being just people, drinking, and well, they're allowed to drink, right? Anyway, so night goes on where everybody's hanging out, and poor Dave's getting more and more tired from signing autographs all weekend. You see his eyes getting droopy, and of course now's the time that everybody wants to start messing with people. And we started talking to Dave and getting them all amped up. Man, come on, you can do it. Just go get a couple hours sleep. When you get up in the morning, we'll make you schnozberry pancakes.
Schnozberry? What? Do I ever heard of a schnozberry?
Schnozberry pancakes? Yeah, man, we'll make you schnozberry pancakes for breakfast. All right. Sent Dave off to get a couple hours sleep, and as promised, when he got to his table in the morning, we had schnozberry pancakes for him.
Oh, what was the schnoz in the schnozberry?
It was raspberries, but Dave was still on autograph time, and all he saw was them berries and the pancakes. And for the rest of the weekend, man, we were the greatest because we made him schnozberry pancakes.
Wow. Well, he also believes in ghosts, so.
Yeah, but schnozberry.
Well, I remember bringing Steve Gonzalez vodka cranberries all night. I said, so tell me, do you feel any presence in this hotel? He said, I wish I felt a presence anywhere. Yeah, the truth comes out.
Well, you keep drinking the vodka cranberries, you're not going to feel any presence, buddy. But man, a lot of good parties at those conventions, weren't there?
Oh my God, they're the best. Have you ever been to a con, Melissa?
No, I actually had tickets to go to one It probably would have been 2020, right around when COVID started, because it was going to be with, there was somebody that was going to be there I'd been wanting to meet. And, we got like the whole VIP packet, and then, they canceled for COVID. So my first experience was not a good one. But I would love to go.
I don't think that was even an experience.
No, it was very sad and heart shattering because I really wanted to go. But now hopefully that COVID's slowly, maybe moving out. We've been looking at some things around here. We'd love to go to one.
Oh, it's
we're huge.
They are.
My husband.
You missed the parties. The parties were great, but those party days are over now. Now we just go to the cons.
Well,
the cons.
For us, anyway.
Yeah, for us. Yes.
Ooh,
I will go there
and party
for you guys.
I tell you what, we were innovators. We had, it was great having that suite. We had the big bar and all of that. We had it set up. You remember when George Animal Steel was there?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, he was actually at that first show, and he came up, and you watch him on TV and you see the animal slobbering all over, but then you forget he's a really educated guy. He was a math professor.
Yeah, he's a professor.
Yeah, so we're up there hanging at the party, and it was originally designed for the staff to hang out with celebrities, without being just bombarded by everybody at the bar downstairs. Because you remember how it'd be with those early shows, people see at the bar, oh, okay, well now they're away from the table.
Some of those actors loved it though. Some of them didn't want to be bothered. Others loved it. They ate it up.
Well, the ones that loved it stayed down there. The ones that didn't, they came up and hung with us.
Yeah.
And George, being one of the elder statesmen, of course, at the show, he came up and hung out with us, and we had snacks and all of that, and we're sitting talking about all different things, and then he starts doing physics tricks with us, and
get out.
Yeah, some really cool stuff and things that you wouldn't think of doing with a pro wrestler, but I mean. He's got us doing all these cross arm tricks and picking people up in chairs and this and that and balancing them on our fingers and all this fun stuff. And it was just such really cool, memorable times.
Oh, and, you have experiences at conventions, especially convention parties, that you can't have anywhere else.
Oh, absolutely.
Unless you're going to Hollywood parties or, But yeah, I remember I walked into one of your parties and George Romero was sitting at the big table with a big, gigantic sack of marijuana. It said marijuana. It was like an oversized bag. It wasn't real. At least I don't think it was. And I said, it is so cool that you're here with us. He said, I'm just a drunk old man going deaf and blind. Like, well, either way, it's awesome.
He was such a great guy. Remember Jeffrey that runs the movies at that show at Monster Mania? He went down to meet George, and I don't remember who all was in the room, but he came in with an actual reel of Day of the Dead on film.
Jeffrey did, or George Romero?
Jeffrey did, for George to sign. And the first thing George did, after his jaw closed up and his eyes came back down, he took that lid off and he picked up that reel and he just smelled the film.
It is unique. It's got a certain odor. Yeah.
And the joy on his face, he goes, there is no smell in the world like that, and that's what keeps me still doing what I do and making movies, coming to see people, is remembering this.
That is such a cool memory you've got.
And in fact, that was also with Eugene, because he took a picture with him right after that, and he'd been waiting to meet George as well. So did a lot of good times there.
Very cool. And tell me about Scares That Care. I haven't been to this one.
This is a show that everybody should make an effort to try and get out to. I started doing the show. Let's see, this is number 8. So I guess it was back in 2014 when they had the first one. 13?
I know my friend Will Bozarth does them a lot.
Yeah, he does a lot of stand-up and all down there. It was my first year of massage school, I was down there with my friend Jen. She was also a massage therapist at the time, and she got a vendor's booth there. She found out about the show and said, "Hey, I'm going to do massages there. Why don't you come down since you're in school, and you can help me out and check it out." Yeah, sure, why not? So went down with her and did that first show. She ended up not doing anymore. I ended up coming back the second year, then came back a third year, and a couple years later, I ended up becoming a sponsor of the show. And the reason I became a sponsor of the show, everything about Scares the Care is 100% charity. Okay, what they do is they select every year 4 recipients. There is a burn victim, a breast cancer fighter survivor, and 2 families dealing with a childhood illness. And what we do is we raise money all year long, both at the convention and different fundraisers online, sales of merchandise and all of that. And everything that we raise outside of operating costs for these shows goes to these families in the amount of $10,000 each.
That's incredible.
No.
And it was originally just 3 families that we were helping, but response has been so great. And especially when everything shut down, everybody just kind of wanted to help each other out, and things got so people just want to do so much that we decided to add a second family dealing with childhood illness. So now it's 4 recipients every year. Thing to point out about
I'm sorry, the celebrities, do they give too?
Well, the celebrity portion of it comes in through the burn victims, because that's also through Kane Hodder's charity. And he decided, since he loved what Joe Ripple and the guys at Scares the Care were doing so much, they talked it out, and he ended up joining forces. And so that is the burn victim is because of Kane Hodder. So that's his involvement. Okay. It also, I guess they go through his charity as well. So it's kind of a cooperation there. But so that's all in Williamsburg, Virginia, every summer.
When is the next one?
This year is the last weekend in July, the 27th through the 29th. And I just want to let everybody know also, the reason it's important enough to me is because a couple of years ago, my wife and I made the decision that as much as we love going down there and being a part of it, that as a vendor, I wasn't making any money. So what we decided to do was still go down, do it, still be a part of the show, become a sponsor, and everything that I make on the floor, everything that everybody donates for chair massages and everything that I do goes directly to the show. I don't keep anything that I make on the show floor the entire weekend. It all gets donated on Sunday afternoon.
That's amazing. Cool.
Yeah. So the last 3 years I've donated around about $900, give or take, each year. So this year I've got a couple more therapists coming out to help me. I've got a local down there, a lady named Janina Rencher. She's a therapist, got her own business down there, and a friend of mine from here in Philly, Lisa Ramos. She's done a couple of shows with me. She's been to Virginia doing some of the other events that we do, and she's getting to be well known down there as well. So we're going to have more people down there. We're going to be able to help more people out, get everybody in, and hopefully raise more money for the charity this year.
What up, our studio audience?
So that's my involvement with that. That, and they also have a 5K run every year. So, I try to help out with that. I do sports massages before and after the run. I give out a free massage to the person who raises the most money. So
not only do I have to give you credit for raising all this money and for the cause, I have to give you credit for just massaging people who not everybody wants to touch. Because we had a masseuse on someone who an author who also worked as a masseuse last week. Here you go. Healing Hands Mobile Massage, Top Massage. That's how you can find Tim and get touched. Get touched by Tim.
Come on now, touch me, baby.
And we have a comment, Debbie Smith Bowden. When is Bay on? I don't know what that means, Debbie. Do you know Debbie, Tim?
When is Bay on?
Michael Bay? I don't think I can have him on the show. Thank you, Michelle. Michael Bay is the most overrated filmmaker. Okay, we're gonna leave
I was
it.
gonna say, now you definitely can't have him on the show.
So we could talk about him because he's not watching.
You don't care. That's great.
Yeah, and I gave her a lot of credit too because I thought about being a masseuse because everybody I know who does massage therapy, they love their work. They're so happy. But a hairy guy, someone who's really sweaty, I can't. There's people I don't want to touch. Do you ever discriminate?
I can top it. I can easily top all that. Outside of the somewhat disgusting ones, I mean, I had one at one time. I call this individual the Batman. The reason I call this individual the Batman is because they had toes that kind of did like this, and it reminded me of the vampires from Lost Boys, how they slept upside down. and when I saw this poor guy's bare exposed feet, that's what it reminded me of, was he's hanging upside down like the Lost Boys. Come on, Michael, it's just rice.
Such a classic line.
However, recently, I took on a client who's, I'm not going to tell any names or anything out there. His fiance tracked me, did a search and looked for me, looking for a massage therapist to help him out with a very special and unique problem. She did an online search and contacted me and was explaining that he has a very unique situation nobody's been able to help him with, and would you be able to give him a hand? See what I did there? I'm also a drummer, by the way. So
you're a man of many talents.
So the way she explained the situation was several years ago, a vehicle had some sort of been coming at him, and what he done is reach his hands out to brace himself and stop it from, running him over. And he managed to stop it, but it caused a lot of damage to his body, and including a very serious groin injury.
Oh, no.
Yes. And it's been over 4 years. He's been trying to find some kind of relief, some kind of help, trying to get, somebody to help him fix this. And again, it's like you're saying, nobody wants to do that kind of work.
No.
However,
you've
been saying masseuse. I'm not a masseuse, my friend. I am a massage therapist. So I thought about, okay, if I was in this kind of pain and I didn't know what the hell to do, I'd want somebody to help me out too. So I reached into my medical bag, slipped on my rubber gloves, and I helped fix this poor dude up.
Wow.
I'm afraid to ask what the issue was, but I want to know.
Very serious groin injury
situation.
I mean,
and look, when you stop something coming at you, it's going to affect your core, and there's just so many muscles in there, and guys, we're built the way we are, and things jumped up and caused all kinds of damage, and it's been sitting there fairly untreated for over 4 years. So what he explained it, he had a midget hanging from his testicles. And I was like, ooh, I know what that feeling is. I've had an injury very similar. I know what that is. So I was like, yeah, I can help him out.
I mean, you massaged his testicles.
Yeah.
Like individually?
Yeah. Well,
Jason, you look like you're milking a cow.
You don't really want details, do you? Sorry, I didn't shoot.
I'm so intrigued. I was like,
I think this is the one time I'm actually happy to be a girl.
Yeah. I had to lift and tuck and move. I had to flip the burger and throw it in the hammock and get it out.
Oh my God!
But it's all about. There was muscles that were affected, and you know what? I was able to help.
But did you help him? You helped him. Now he's able to have a full-fledged sex life again, right?
And then some. I mean, I fully helped change this guy's life and get him back to normal.
Oh my God, you're a hero. You're a true hero.
I seriously, and the fiance, she came up from Puerto Rico. She came up here last week, and she was in the room when I was working on him because I wanted her to see the progress of what I had done to him. And I was able to, bend his legs up and move him around and do things that he hadn't been able to do. And the look on her face, she's like, just blown away that I'm even able to make his body move like it used to do.
Did you make her feel inferior? Like, I guess you couldn't do this, huh?
No. Because
look what he's doing from my hands.
Hey, let's be honest. Let's be honest. What I did benefited her a whole lot more than her trying to help him. Okay? She's happy. He's happy. Everybody's happy. And I still got
That's
love.
wonderful. Good for you, man. You deserve another round of applause for that.
But yeah, I mean, I've actually got several clients that I see. One guy had a diabetic stroke almost 5 years ago, and he can't speak. He's confined to a hospital bed, and he was fairly neglected at the place that he was being watched at. And the family they'd done what they could do to take care of him. Then they contacted me last year and explained the situation. Like, do you think you can help him? And I've actually really been helping this guy out a lot too. I've got him being able to use his body parts, move his limbs. He's able to do things on command now. He was fairly static before. Now I've got him lifting his legs, lifting his arms, moving his neck, all things that he couldn't do for several years. So therapy is really where my focus is.
You're not Jesus, are you?
No.
I mean, you're a healer.
Meet you though. No, I've met him. Nice guy. No, but it's all about paying attention to what's going on with somebody and just really thinking of how would it affect me. Because I mean, come on, like you said, I've spent a lot of time in the Army. I've been injured. So many things have happened, and when I started going to school, I started to think about all these different ways that I got hurt, and what they're explaining to me. All right, well, how would I have applied that when I got hurt? And just all these little thought processes that I retain for later on. So that way, when somebody says to me, "Well, this is what I got going on," instantly it's like, "Okay, I know what I'm going to do for you now." And I tend, probably 98% of the time, have pretty instant results.
Congratulations, man. That's really admirable.
Thanks.
And on top of this, you're a veteran as well.
Yeah. Yep.
You're like, you're like the real deal. You're a true hero. Not making it awkward or anything.
No, I went and I did what I had to do for myself at that point in time, and anybody who ever enlists in the service knows the risk they take at any given time. We were living in times of peace, and then all of a sudden something happened. All right, well, there goes that. Let's go off and go do what we got to do, and that's the risk that you take when you join the military. And as much as we definitely appreciate, thank you for your service and all of that. For a lot of us, it was just we went and did what we did. It was another job in our lives, but it's great, to feel the appreciation now as I get older and look back on things that happened and what it was then and what's going on in the more recent past and where things are now, and not to get very political or anything, but in the event that current events take a horrible turn, I feel comfortable in the knowledge that whatever happens, I'll be able to handle my business because of things that I've done in my life. And for that, I'm grateful that I had that time in the service, learned my lessons, did the things that I've done, and I've been able to share a lot of that, not only in life through all my various jobs, but even in a lot of ways, even when I do massage, different conversations I have, different things that I do for people. It's all that past history and experience coming back and help me with what I do now. So yeah, that's I don't know about the hero part, but I do like to pass on.
You get to make a living helping people, and you do it in your spare time as well. And you really
the world
are.
Needs more people like that just give so openly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, not to make it one of those weird compliment moments.
Nah.
We're like, all right,
we're good.
All right, cool. Now, I want to see you so I can film us hugging and kissing and really getting into it now, right? Really make it awkward.
Give me a big boy.
You guys need a moment because I could step away.
No, I mean, knowing how well he can work those hands is really.
Well, you come see me at the tattoo convention, and I'll set you straight. How's that?
I love it. And the tattoo convention is this coming Friday and Saturday and Sunday.
Next, the 25th through the 27th. And
Philadelphia Tattoo Convention at the Civic Center. Yes.
At the Civic Center. Yep. I'm not sure what booth I'm going to be at, but I know I'm going to be on the corner.
All right. So we could see you there. They could see you at Scares That Care in July. Scares.care.org.
Mm-hmm.
And
but wait, there's more.
And you can find you at the massage. Can you put that website up there again?
Healing Hands Mobile Massage. Massage Therapy.
Healing Hands, yes.
And my best radio voice.
Yes, I want to have you back on the show real soon, Tim, because you had some technical difficulties in the beginning that slowed us up a little bit, so we didn't get to really give the full chat.
Well, you know what it was? It was that damn old computer. Everything's old anymore. OLD disease, man.
You know, older was built to last. We have a heating system that was built in the 40s, and it still works beautifully because they weren't so concerned about upgrades consistently.
Absolutely. Well, you know, it's funny. I'm 52 years old, and I keep the kind of schedule and pace that people, therapists in their 20s and 30s, do not want to attempt. I've tried to get people to come and work with me and do this kind of work, and they're like, "But you're always traveling. You're yeah, always. I'm always on the go. I'm always seeing new things. I'm always experiencing new and different things. And you know what? I'm enjoying life, and that's why I do this. It's all about having fun with what you do. And you know, when you travel around touching naked people for a living, you got to have a really good sense of humor and open mind and just kind of be ready for everything that's happening around you. So, you know, let's just roll with it and have some fun here.
Yeah, you can't experience life sitting at home.
Well, you cannot. Well, some people can. You know, they're still getting stimulus, or I heard. I don't know.
No, I wish.
Yeah, I know, right?
No more stimulus. That would be the dream, wouldn't it?
I think I sat home for about a month and a half, and I did a lot of work outdoors and got a really good tan, and then I went back to work.
You know what? I got to take some life lessons from you, man. I think we all need to. Tim, take care of yourself, my friend. Thank you for popping in, and I'll hang out for a minute.
Okay.
Nice meeting you, Tim.
You too, my dear. And I'll look forward to you soon.
Thank you for coming back, Melissa. Bobby, you're a great producer. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And don't forget, March 3rd, we have Ike Willis from the Frank Zappa band from the 80s coming in. And thank you for watching. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Good night.